I got it.
All right, so in studio, you know, we're a couple muscle men ourselves, and we just discussed last episde, we're putting on some, or taking off some weight.
Not putting on no weight.
But just going to show the weight we got a little better.
Right.
That's right.
But in studio, we have a muscle shark ourselves.
Yeah, dog.
I'll try.
Zach.
VanZile.
Okay.
Yep. Dialed.
Yeah, I was like, Zach, you know, 10 Planets out.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know his last name. Can't say that for shit. Before we get started, I absolutely want to vent about something. There are too many people on the fucking roads, and
weird way to start a pod.
Yeah, but I was so pissed leaving work today. Like, just go home.
I think that's what they're trying to do, though.
Yeah, but they're not. They're just out, and I'll tell you why.
What were you doing?
Going home.
There you go.
I was doing my part.
That's what they were doing,
but
too.
they were not fucking doing that. They were just being in the way, and nobody cares. You know, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. Go home.
Right.
Nobody wants you out of your house. Go home.
I think, but what if every other person feels the exact same way about you?
I also want to go home.
Right.
If
and that's
I
what they're
didn't
trying
have
to
to
do
leave
too.
the home, brother, would I?
The home?
I would not leave
the
the
one.
home.
Your whole body.
That's how much I'm in love with the home. There's only one in my mind.
Right.
Now, I don't want y'all at my house.
Is that next to me?
No. I
That's
also don't want you here. I want you to go home wherever that is.
Well, here's the thing. This?
Okay. He owns this home. Yeah. He owns it.
Yeah.
But stop being not at your house. Everyone. Spend more time at home.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, I feel like we didn't learn the lesson from that thing that happened a few years ago. Don't you appreciate your house? Isn't there shit around your house you like?
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
There's nooks and crannies of these rooms that I'm like, I could stare for hours.
Right.
What I cannot stare at for hours are people in my fucking way trying to come home.
But I think that's what that whole thing did a couple years ago.
Okay, but I have no AC in my car. Go home.
Yeah.
Go home.
You need those Bruce Almighty powers.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Go home is my point. I had to get that little pet peeve thing off.
Yeah. Oh, well. Maybe. That's good. You feel better?
I feel better.
All right.
And I use that energy.
Yeah.
I used it.
Dark.
Yeah, I went to a dark place today. I mean, I just let you in a little bit, but...
Yeah.
So, I mean, you said you listened to the last episode.
Yes.
We're in a weight loss thing.
Yes.
Some are in a weight gain thing. And that's okay. But that's fine.
Talking about you?
How was your first week?
Tough. First week was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys just take your weight numbers, or did you get like a body mass index?
Okay.
We just did
See,
numbers.
Okay.
idiots.
You would have. It would have been. Well, I don't know. I think BMI, I would have been able.
Here we go. How would you have done if we decided we wanted to challenge each other and get in better shape? What would be the objective number? Would it be like a percentage of body weight? Would it be like a body fat? What would you have done since we fucked it up?
It would really depend on what your goals were, but like I would either do a body fat percentage, like single digits where you want, like you're aiming to go if you're on a cut. Below 14 is where you definitely want to be if you want to look good as a dude, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But then, for the athletic portion of it, you could have got baseline numbers at certain lifts to see who went up, who got stronger, along with this whole performance.
Remarkably, off rip, you could probably put all the same weights on, and I bet you he beats me on 80% of them weights.
I'm not strong, bro.
We went to the gym.
Well, that means you have a higher ceiling then for your percentage gain.
Real recognizes real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just not. I tell you what, I just came back from the gym,
and
because I've been eating so little,
Yep.
The weight is so much heavier right now. I just was doing stuff, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have no energy.
Yep.
I have no energy, and it's heavier." And I'm like, "That's not good." Okay, cool.
Yep.
So, but
try an apple about an hour before.
Yeah.
Yeah, hour.
I've heard honey too is good before.
Yep, honey.
Yeah.
Sometimes
maybe
a banana.
Give out tips.
Hey, dude, you can use them too.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
hey, I maybe already do these things.
Gotcha.
Don't need you in on it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see. Yeah. No, it's that was tough. It's definitely tough. But I think that
You know what also could have been fun is doing like baseline just body weight stuff. Like how many squats in a row can you do?
Yep.
How many push-ups in a row can you do? I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big CrossFit guy.
Oh snap!
So-
Traditional lifter then?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I did.
Yeah.
I did CrossFit for a little bit, and then now it's just kind of traditional stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I need to get back to doing jiu-jitsu just because the cardio was so fucking good.
Yes.
And I literally would just. I mean, when I first
And
got
what's
into
funner?
it.
What's funner than jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
And more practical.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
So I need to just start doing that again because it helped me cut so much
Yeah.
when I was doing it. So
it does. It does.
I told him when
So,
we
yeah.
get done with this, we should just have a grappling match and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Winner
not-
takes all.
But
Okay.
that doesn't add up.
Okay.
Why wouldn't it add up?
Well, what's your experience level?
I mean, I've gone a few times.
Yeah. Yeah.
7 years
Okay.
is his.
What's yours?
Mine is like a year.
He goes,
Hey.
Yeah.
Were you consistent for that year?
No.
Okay. Well,
I'll be straight up. No.
yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. 'Cause
So-
there's some
so
guys
I
that.
barely am better than you.
Uh-huh.
Are you blue
you-
belt?
No,
White belt?
no,
Purple?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
But look, I bought that. Okay?
Jesus.
I am
Pretty
trash.
sure you have a certificate
No.
of rank up there. Isn't that what that is?
That's an
I think
old
it
one.
is. I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't, no worries.
Don't
You're really
look
good.
at that.
Yeah.
You're strong.
You're a white belt? Yeah. That's not fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? That's why he said that. And I was like, that
Yeah.
doesn't make any
but,
sense.
Yeah, but you say shit like that, and then there's Kevin. There's people that you're like, yeah, color doesn't mean shit.
100%. Yes.
It just doesn't
Right.
add up. Things like that are like, if you go traditional jujitsu, like from back in the day, or like just up until recently, really, I feel like you could be like, oh yeah, the color doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's like, it doesn't matter the color, depending on what
Where
gym you're
and-
coming from.
Yeah, at 10th Planet Atlanta, the belt color does not matter. The
Yeah,
guys
wh-
are sharks at white belt in there.
What is your experience in jujitsu?
So I started jiu-jitsu in 2015. I'd wrestled since middle school. I was all-state in high school in Michigan. Actually went to college to wrestle. Didn't like college, went to the Army, got into combatives. And then these guys, these purple belts came in. They were like 40-year-old purple belts came in. I thought I was good on the ground, you know,
Yeah.
and they whooped my ass. And I was like, what do you guys do? Just jiu-jitsu. And so then I went in and started training jiu-jitsu and competed all over the country in a lot of IBJJF opens while I was at Alliance there in Atlanta. And then took a hiatus, got into public safety up in Michigan, and then came back down. And started at 10th Planet when I found out my buddy Ryan was over there.
Yeah.
And then when the first class I attended with Sean, I was like, yeah, this place is special.
Yeah.
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 It's different.
And it's crazy that people look up and start at a correct gym.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, you started at like Sean's gym, or
Yeah.
you started with John or something. Like, how do you get so lucky? Like Jillian, we had Jillian Roberts on a long time ago.
Yeah.
She started at Dean Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah.
His gym. Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get so lucky, or some people just start off and they're like, oh, jiu-jitsu is not it because
Yeah.
they start off at the wrong gym and
Yep.
it's just a mess.
Yep. I've been lucky. My first coach basically told me, because that was while I was in the Army, he basically told me, if you're moving to Atlanta, go to Alliance first. And then, so that's where I went. I loved it there. That there was a time, too, when there were a ton of upper belts that were all competing. So it was great training all the time. And then when I got back, I mean, I got to tell you, I trained in Washington State, California, Michigan, all over the place. And 10th Planet Atlanta is a world-class caliber room.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
I want to go up there soon. I was talking to Derek about you coming down here, and then he's
Yeah.
like, "Dude, just say when, and just me and you can go up there."
Yep.
And I was
Yep.
like, "Oh damn, I never even thought about like going
Oh,
up there. I
yeah.
don't know why that." I'm
Yeah,
like,
I mean, we can drive up there too.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
And the this community, this network is just, it's crazy.
Oh,
Everybody's fun. Like all the Kazushi clubs that are around down here in the Southeast, it's just a fun time to hang out with everybody.
Bunch
down there.
of gun shooters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real slangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
A bunch of goons, man.
Yep.
Always a good time, though.
Yeah, it's immediately a welcoming vibe any gym I've been into.
Yes.
Like, even if you're at like a seminar where everybody's like trying to like really take in a lot of stuff, there's people being super helpful.
Yep.
Like, I mean, every experience really has been awesome that I've experienced with Atlanta's team.
Yeah.
Like, what is that, Atmore?
Atmore, yep. 10th Planet Atmore.
Yeah, dude, everybody's awesome.
Gulf Shores, yeah.
Did you guys get to see that documentary that just dropped?
Which
Literally hours ago.
I watched. I'm like 30 minutes into it. I was in the sauna like watching it.
Yeah.
But,
What was
Yeah.
it?
It's a 20 year anniversary of 10th Planet.
yeah.
I saw the
B-Mac,
post for it.
dropped it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brian
I saw the
posted
post
it.
for it. I gotta watch
It was
that
cool.
later.
It's like a accumulation of a bunch of interviews and like footage and like the origins of it
Yeah.
and just like how it's going to keep going and like where the future is going to lead to. While I was working out today, I watched that. And then after that, I watched the ADCC Denver Open.
Nice.
And Ryan was in the finals of that. And that was like a chunk of the footage of the 30 minutes. It was like, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes of it. Like the match with Mateus Ludus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like, crazy to think the heights that 10th Planet Atlanta is doing.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
I mean, how does it feel being a part of that gym and just like being around what are probably going to go down as like all-time greats?
Yeah. So, like I said, when I went in there and I saw the caliber of that room and Sean's teaching, like I knew there was something special. And
When you got to Sean, sorry to interrupt.
go ahead.
What level were you?
I was still like I was a purple belt.
Okay.
But like again, 2 years removed from really doing jiu-jitsu. I was still doing MMA up there, and doing like self-defense stuff, but not jiu-jitsu. And I get there and I was like, what's my role here? Because I'm not like a competitor anymore, like a serious competitor. I'm not trying to be professional in the fight scene anymore. How can I help highlight these guys and kind of show them what I wish I had probably known when I was their age, trying to come up as a pro fighter, because that's what I wanted to do. And so I just started filming. I asked Sean, I was like, hey, do you care if I start filming and trying to get some good shots?
Dude, you know that reminds me of you filming Chase running away to go poop. I totally didn't know that was you at first.
Yeah.
I was like, who is filming this? And then you like sent it to me. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yep. So I just started filming, man, and man, I don't know if you guys watched Rocket Power back in the day.
Yes.
But Twister was like my favorite character, right? And so like I just had a passion for filming, and then I realized I was actually kind of good at it. And then Ryan got on my case about I wasn't being dynamic enough with my angles. So then I started really getting into it.
Yeah.
And man, it just turned out to be something really fun and really cool. And all the guys were super appreciative. But I just wanted to show them, hey, if this is what you want, if this is the lifestyle that you want to live and be a pro at this, you need to start doing this, because I don't have the time to do it all the time. But as much time as I can, I'm going to try and shed the light on you guys as much as I possibly can, because I'm grateful for the depth in that room, man. You don't have an easy round. You do not.
Yeah.
It's sharks.
I mean,
everywhere.
anytime they visit here, you're like,
Gosh, dude.
maybe it's somebody you've never seen before, and you're like, I'm about to tool this dude up. And then you're like,
It's like,
yeah, my arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, when we showed up to that Louisville Open, and it was just like we had 2 or 3 teams. We were doing 4-man teams or 3-man teams.
Yeah.
My teammates, one backed out last minute, and then since we only had a team of 2, we didn't do it. But the other 2 teams just cleared house, man. It was. We walked in there, and it was like.
They got first and second, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just walked in there and just wrecked everybody, respectfully, of course. But it was cool. It was cool to be a part of that, you know, even though I'm just filming everything. It was pretty neat. So I like doing that.
Now, do you think y'all would have went 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
He got that dog in him.
100%.
Like I feel like I could put together, like I could just put a team together, like name 7 people from 10th Planet Atlanta under Sean, and I could pair them up against any other school's 7, and our school's 7 would win, respectfully, of course.
There should be some sort of like gym roulette competition.
Yeah.
Where it's like 7 people, everybody that wants to compete, say there's 30 people from each gym.
Yep.
But it's 7 people drawn from a hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then what gyms would win? Bro, it's only
there'd have to be a sick grand prize though.
Yeah.
A sick.
Could you
grand
imagine how big that could get though? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Dude, you know what you could do? You could like pay like all expenses paid trip to like ADCC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which would
yeah.
only be a few
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That'd be
That'd be sick
pretty
as
bomb.
fuck.
Pretty bomb.
Big idea, guys. I don't know if you've ever listened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big idea, guys.
We say a lot of big ideas.
Big idea, guys.
But are y'all going to ADCC next year? Like whether or not y'all compete?
There will definitely be guys on our team there. I'm gonna try to go as a spectator. And
We'll
I
be
know,
there.
yeah, and I know that obviously Sean will be there, Ryan will be there, Elijah,
Yeah.
Kevin.
A lot of people from our gym are going.
Yeah.
Like Derek, Casey,
Yeah.
us. We went last year, and I was like, oh, this is like a lifetime thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's never
After
been
seeing
accessible
it-
like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because before that, I think it was it Switzerland or something like that? It
somewhere
was-
in Europe.
Yeah, and I was like, well, okay, that's never possible for me.
Yeah. No, we should definitely do that. Get a big old Airbnb out there that sleeps like 20 people.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
Dude,
sick.
after last year, it's like we can't not go
Yeah.
again because
Yeah.
it's like it was such a cool experience, and like I guess we didn't really realize how long the days were and how much jujitsu was gonna be happening.
Yes.
But like, fuck, dude. I mean, like 12-hour days of just straight jujitsu, which was
Yeah.
like awesome.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
fucking super sick.
We could do like, I mean, 'cause if we're not competing, we could sit there and do commentary on the side, just record that stuff. And
Yeah.
it'd be a blast. It really
Yeah.
would.
And they have the open
Mm-hmm.
like the day before.
Yep.
And like I know Derek and Casey competed last year.
Yeah.
And they want to compete again. Knock
Yeah.
the rust off. Maybe we compete.
Oh.
Knock the rust off.
You know what I'm saying?
At the open.
That'd be fire
If you
as
guys compete at that open, I'll compete at that open.
Is there a
Alright.
pack growing right here?
Alright.
Might be a
Alright.
wolf pack.
Dude,
That's
it's,
right.
fucking- it's getting deep in this room.
That'd be sick. Dude.
I like it.
Yep. So, what weight class are you normally?
Oof. What does normally mean?
Or for like for a competition, what would you be comfortable weighing in
Oh,
at?
normally, like when I did compete, it was from 175 to like 185.
Okay.
So in that ballpark,
Yeah.
I did compete. Well, the competition I competed at where I was heavier, it was because the weight class was from 170 to 195,
Right.
which is a huge weight
That's a
class.
big gap. Yeah.
But I was like 193 then.
Okay.
But that's like the heaviest I've ever competed.
Yeah. How was your cardio?
It was way out of whack, but it was because I went to IBJJF and I weighed in. The lightest I ever competed was 177.
Okay.
I typically was like 183. Whatever the competitions around here,
Yeah.
would always run about 184 to 195,
Yeah.
and then like 170 to 183.
Okay.
And I always would get to right there, compete in the 170 and up
Yeah.
thing. But I competed there at really light. I drove back and just treated myself the whole way back.
Yeah.
And then like 2-3 weeks later, there was another competition, which was a very local one. And I just had ballooned up and I was like, I'll fucking do it, I guess.
Run it.
Yeah, fucking run it. And that went on a very long downhill and I gained a whole mess of weight. But,
Yep.
you know.
Hey, I always thought bulking was the way to go. Get stronger, get bigger, man. But like, my happy place in like between cardio and strength and in durability is like 175. And then when I go down below 170, I feel like I have a cardio for days, but I feel very vulnerable to injury, like on my joints. Like I just feel,
Interesting.
I just feel kind of vulnerable.
Yeah.
I long to be in a position where I'm that in tune with my body.
Yeah. To know it well enough where your
Yeah,
happy medium is and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, like I just know how to keep my body just shitty enough that it doesn't completely break, but things are breaking.
Right.
Yeah.
But just
Things been broken.
but only like 7 things at a time.
right.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's like these 7 things and they're interchangeable.
Yep.
Right.
Can break, but like
Yeah, still good.
once we start floating to 8, I'm like, what are we doing with the weight?
What's going on?
Yeah. I need to challenge Hilton to a weight loss competition. I'm getting fucked.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you though, dude, even after just a week of cutting all the bad shit out,
Yeah.
bro, I already feel so much better.
It's
Yeah, I don't-
amazing. how it happens.
100%. I
I
already
don't
feel
feel
so
that
much
yet.
better.
No?
Yeah.
Look, I have one of the only addictions that is almost impossible to cure, and that's food addiction.
Okay.
Because you have to eat.
What-
And I tried having this conversation with him, but he doesn't. He's like, no. It's nothing. I was like, it's not like alcohol. You can quit drinking alcohol. You can. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like it is possible if you're alcoholic over time to stop drinking alcohol. Mm-hmm. Not cold turkey, but you can never stop eating food. Well, you always and forever have to eat food. Mm-hmm. And guess what? I like the way food tastes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What kind of food, though?
But it can be good food. Yeah. It can be good.
Yeah.
But also,
there's this is where you fucking up. See, this is where the problem lies.
Brother. But
this is where the problem lies.
Good food tastes good. Mm-hmm. Bad food tastes good.
You're not
but
right.
Bad food has a bad after.
Yeah.
But you don't remember it when you're eating it.
Yeah.
A minute on your lips. Forever on your hips. You'll never know what that means for like 10 years.
Yeah, that about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and he has an advantage because he's younger. I get it.
Mm-hmm. This is true. It is true.
Yeah.
But he's also...
Go ahead. Tread light. Tread light.
Hey, tread light now.
You know what I mean?
You're young.
Yes.
Which is an advantage.
Right.
But also a disadvantage because you... Mm-hmm. I'm experienced. I don't know how I'm trying to say this nicely.
So just old is what you're trying to say.
Like I know a groove I gotta hit. Like if I can hit this groove, I know I can take it.
Based off the first week, how's the groove going?
Dude, hey, today, I can see that groove ahead.
Okay. So not in the groove yet.
Not yet. And
gotcha.
Have I been playing mental war games with you? Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Are they working?
We sat down. No. We sat down to watch the fight Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, do you just want to stop this? And I go, no. I was like, we're in. I was like, the podcast comes out Monday. I was like, we're in. He's like, but we're giving up a portion of our lives for this. And I was like,
we are.
Yeah. I was like, that's the point.
Yeah, sacrifice.
Yeah, you got to sacrifice, dude.
But he's had less life, so he doesn't understand the ratio that he's actually...
You're
not giving that much up right now. But 10 years later, 2 months of your life is a lot of your life.
I'm giving up anything.
I know. See, and that's why you're young and
naive.
But I would rather listen. I would rather
dumb
flip it to feel good and look good.
Yeah.
And maybe eat stuff that doesn't taste as great than quit and eat shit again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I hear you.
It's worth it.
Yes.
So you cook your own meals?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but also another advantage that's not fair. He is a legit chef.
Okay.
Like legitimate.
But here's
chef.
the thing: the problem.
Like you say, you can cook well. I don't know, but he's worked at like a 5-star restaurant downtown for years.
Okay. Yeah.
So
he is a legit real chef.
The problem with that though is I get to cooking something, right? And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be healthy. It's gonna be this many calories. This is what goes in it. And then I'm cooking the thing that is supposed to be good for me. And then I'm like, well, I could just sub this for that, and it would taste better.
Yeah.
It's only 50 more whatever.
Yep.
And then I'm like, oh, why don't I do that too and add this on top of it? And then I'm like, oh, okay, my 350 calorie went to 890. And it's like, so I'd sit there and just try to make shit taste good, and then it's just completely ruins me.
And I'm banking on that because I have found,
Yep.
I have found foods that he is appalled by. That he's like, what the fuck are you doing? That I have made taste good. That don't look good.
Yeah.
It's not going to pass a magazine inspection.
I don't think that they taste bad. That's not the thing. It's just
But
the way that you eat
you're
them.
like, what the fuck?
It hurts my head.
That's fine.
It's crazy to me. Everything
Give me an
has to be
example of
mixed. Everything has to be
well,
mixed.
at first he wasn't a fan of the way I make pizza, and now he's a fan.
Okay.
Not anymore. Not right now. Not in this 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Seed oils, bro.
Okay, see, I don't...
Can't be eating them.
He has a crush on 2 really buff dudes, and they're all about seed oils and sunning their buttholes.
Yeah.
And ever since we've been on a diet, his dick's hard as a rock every day about it.
Listen, dog. Can't be having them things in your body.
See what I'm saying? He turns into a different person.
Yep.
So I cut them things out.
But the pizza that I make is, you get a Joseph's lavish bread,
Okay.
which is like a very thin pita style thing.
Okay.
Very thin.
And I
Very
would
thin.
not even call it pita because pita is so fluffy. But it's something like that. It's almost like tortilla and pita mixed,
Okay. So
And
semi-healthy crust.
right?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of fiber in it, and
Yeah.
it's super low calorie. And then you add your own sauce, which, you shop for the right sauce.
Yeah.
You got to shop for sauce, obviously.
Whatever your preference.
Yeah.
And then you got to get the right cheese, so like low calorie cheese.
Yep.
And then you do turkey pepperonis,
Okay.
and you bake it. That's it.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, and he fucking. But for the longest time, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I lost the most amount of weight I ever lost, which was 60 pounds in like a 4-month stretch.
Yeah.
I primarily ate those. I would eat like maybe 2 of those a day, and it doesn't sound like a lot of food. And when you see it, it really doesn't look that much food because it's so thin. But eating it feels, it makes you so full.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
But
I think you have to cut it right, too.
yeah,
When
that
you
is
cut it,
so.
when you cut it
See, and it's
correctly,
like
it feels like a whole lot.
It's a different technique thing too.
Yeah.
Like he does it a certain way, and I respect that. I just tried that way. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
It feels like a shit. It feels like 2
wild.
of them. Yeah.
And then I did a thing where you just cut it, like you put approximately 24 pepperonis on
Counts
it,
it every time.
Yep.
and you
Yep.
cut it to where each bite is one whole pepperoni.
Hey, that's perfect.
So it's like 24 bites of anything. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
It's delicious.
I just buy the Quest pizza if I'm getting a
Oh, yeah.
pizza craving.
And how many calories is that?
I think the whole thing is like somewhere in like the 390 range, and it's like 30 grams of protein. Yeah, it tastes like the pizza that you got when you were in elementary school.
Like Totino's?
Yeah, so it gives me that pizza craving.
Right.
But like 30 grams of protein, 300 and some calories. You can't really beat it.
Yeah.
So.
What is your big like? Oh, I cannot resist this thing. It doesn't have to be food. It could be like guns or something. I don't know.
No, it's probably definitely like I have a sweet tooth. Like ice cream, chocolate, s'mores. Like, dude, I'll make a s'more in a microwave.
Do you have do you have a top 3 snacks?
Top 3 snacks
Like
would
be very specific.
It would be an actual s'more. Would be probably my number 1.
Why does everybody go number 1 first? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, sorry.
It's like that's okay. Go ahead.
Number 2, lately it'll be those little mochi or maki Japanese ice cream balls.
With the
What is the flavor?
Strawberry for me. That's or the dulce de leche one. I like that one too. And then number 3 is going to be just and probably the Ben and Jerry's late night snack.
With Jimmy Fallon on it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good.
That's my number 3.
Dude, what's really good, and I know this is a weird specific one, but it's because a friend of mine ate it for so long, is the dairy-free cookies and cream fucking chocolate chip or something like that. It's so fucking good, and it tastes better than the original.
Okay.
To me, for whatever reason. Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Chocolate
Did
chip
I say that?
See, that's amazing.
cookies and cream.
The cookie dough.
I said cookies and cream?
Yeah.
Chocolate chip cookie dough, but it's dairy
Chocolate
free.
chip cookie dough.
Okay.
Is just
It's like got like an extra layer of cream or something.
Yeah.
It's like different.
Yeah.
It approaches you at a very nice way.
Yep.
See, my breakdown is salty stuff.
Okay.
I'm a savory guy.
Start
Okay.
at 3.
Big time.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, dude. I don't know, man. It's hard to put 3 together. Okay. Hard to put 3 because like now I'm gonna be thinking about savory snacks that I can't eat right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
Dude,
it's hard to put
I
that.
also have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what's I've been craving crazy on this cut for no reason? I mean, not for no reason. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I will fuck your face for a good peanut. Dude, you know what do you watch Survivor?
Yes.
The peanut butter and jelly sandwiches they get on Survivor when they win a challenge. What the fuck?
Dude.
That's like God mode.
Yeah.
Especially when you're that hungry.
Bro, the bread is like this thick, but what's inside is like this thick.
Oh.
The sandwich is too
It's
big.
a whole jar of peanut butter.
Dude, it's crazy. And my mouth waters, and I immediately have to have some sort of snack. I'm not just going to let that pass. And that's my problem.
Right.
I have a will problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a strong will when it comes to doing the bad thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But when it comes to resisting the bad thing,
You're like, I can make up for it.
yeah. I'm like, why would I resist when I'm so good at delving into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have like a bad record. It's like I'm consistently bad. Why would I go against that?
Let me show you. I'll be all right.
Perfectly mediocre.
I'll have like a 50-50 record. I'd rather just be all bad.
Yeah.
But I think that's how like people get like that 600-pound life.
They don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
Bro, and that, and I know we're talking a lot about how I eat, but portion control is a motherfucker when something tastes really good. And I was having this conversation earlier today. Would you rather have a small amount of food that tastes unbelievably good, but you're not full afterwards, or have a lot of food where you will be as full as you want to be, not over full, but it doesn't taste half as good?
Depends on the stage of my cut.
That's a smart answer.
That's
Because I was like, dude, I'll eat a small amount of food that tastes really, really good because I feel like it mentally solves a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, that was so good. If something's rich enough, you're like, damn, that was good.
I don't need a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't need a lot of it as long as my stomach has now readjusted to whatever portion size that I'm going with.
That's a big problem, too, with this cut, which I assume you're going through as well, is like the amount of food difference.
Yeah.
And your stomach is like, yo, we still got a lot of room.
Yeah. What's going on here, dude? Where's the rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys getting moody yet?
Well, you just heard my rant when we first.
I
was so pissed driving home. I was like, nobody cares about anything. Go home,
pissed.
Yeah.
No, I haven't really. I don't think I've hit that stage yet.
Yeah.
But you
I think I'm
were
also
on a high. You were at the blues.
Yeah, I think I'm also.
boat.
I'm in a good headspace right now. Like
Yeah.
mentally, I feel good.
Yeah.
Which is for me kind of the main thing. If I can stay mentally clear and mentally in a good
Dialed in,
space,
yeah.
then nothing really hurts.
Which
So,
we refer to here as good momentum train.
good momentum.
like
when you
that.
can get on that good momentum train and get that momentum going
Yeah.
forward, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
Good luck stopping
Yeah.
that. motherfucker.
Bad luck is fucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Yep. 100%.
But that is where we're at. We're 1 weekend.
Okay.
So
So what's your 7-day stretch look like for your next 2 months? What's your like workout regimen,
Bro,
calorie intake?
he's right here, dude. He's got to leave the room, dude. That you're talking like that was insider trading, guys. Like,
Listen, we're going dark.
Okay.
We're going dark.
the thing is, I really want to share it with you,
Yeah.
but I feel like if I share it with you, he's gonna understand how real it is.
Oh, okay.
And then he's gonna kick it up a notch. And then I don't know if my body can handle going up one more notch from where it's at. Okay, my body's gonna start breaking down. And then what do we do if someone gets injured?
Right.
Hey, keep going.
Right.
Hey.
Ouch. Because I've already injured this arm. This shoulder is fucked up right now.
You better start doing cardio then. Extra laps in the pool or something.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, I injured it and I was like, well, this is not good.
It's the
Right
first
before-
day. He's like, oh,
I was like, ah! Right before you came in, that morning, before you fell asleep on the couch, that morning, we were watching the fights. I might have tweaked my shoulder, which feels like not a tweak.
Yeah.
Pretty intensely.
It's an intense tweak, huh?
Yeah.
What motion were you doing?
No. I mean, I don't remember exactly. It was at jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what happened. I just remember by the time I got home, I was like, what's going on here? It's like, can't turn that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's probably just inflamed. Water and ibuprofen. You'll be all right.
It's gonna buff right out.
Are there any shared techniques? I know I just said what's up with the tips.
I mean,
but-
you guys both.
Oh, here, hey, do you have anything written down for like how you're like following any plan? I can visibly show you, but not talk about it.
Okay.
I can show, and then you'd be like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, show it to me.
Yeah, I don't have anything written down.
I have it written out because I feel like if I don't, I'm not going to remember because dog shit memory.
Yeah.
CTE. Been doing this. I was born with it.
Yep.
Not how that works.
So just don't pay attention to the little numbers on that side.
Okay.
Just,
Those will be PRs in 2 months.
yeah, just overall,
All right.
that is the general idea
Okay.
of like where we're going with it. Now the injury has fucked up some of that, and you'll probably figure out what those things are.
Yeah.
That's just a baseline for not the things that I do already, like jiu-jitsu and CrossFit.
Okay.
So that's on top of that.
Okay. So you're
Yes.
doing this on top of CrossFit and jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
I mean,
How fucked is this guy over here in the yellow hat?
As long as your shins hold up, I mean, I would say you've got a good chance to beat him.
Thank you.
Because you'll be burning a lot of calories, and I assume you're going to be in severe deficit.
Oh, dude, and that is the thing that I'm most nervous about is like, I was having a walk with our buddy Johnny, and he said something that was kind of like a throwaway thing that I don't think he meant to hit me as hard as it did. But he's like, everybody starts where they want to finish.
Yeah.
They don't start like gradually.
Yep.
So they'll start where they want to finish, and it'll go hot for a little bit, and then it'll get really fucking hard, and they'll plateau, and then they'll quit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why.
And I was like, damn, that's a good fucking point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if you plateau, don't quit. Just consider that your base camp until you figure out what your next move is. Like I said, just build. Your base camp is going to move up as you go. Those plateaus aren't stopping points. They're points to figure out what your next 9 weeks are going to look like. You're not going to do the same thing every day for 365 and get the result that you want. You're going to have plateaus, so you got to change things up. But no, that looks solid if you're mixing in like coached CrossFit in there, and then obviously your jiu-jitsu training it's a good workout plan.
Yeah, I just need to baby this right shoulder a little bit.
Yeah,
because what is that thing that is high that pokes out, the little bump on both sides?
Crap.
That shit, like touching it.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know what the fuck that is, but touching it, that shit hurts.
Yeah. You probably. I mean,
and my
did you
shoulder
post?
pops a lot.
Yeah.
I know you're not a doctor.
No.
What did this is just a teledoc?
I'm like, I get a bump on my butt. You want to look at it?
You take a look at this? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, dude, it's tough. But before you came on, we were talking about your background in fitness.
Yeah.
Can you go over that again?
Yeah. So I started out, obviously, my whole life I've played sports, played hockey, football, wrestled, even ran track for a little while. And then, like I said, I went to the Army after high school, got into my master fitness certification there, did combatives all the way up through the top rungs there. And then my commander actually got me into CrossFit level 1 and then made me the company's, what do you call it? PT instructor. So, and then my platoon guys would, if they failed or were close to failing a performed PT test, I would hold the remedial PT sessions too. And anybody that went through that never failed a PT test on the actual tested one. And then I got out, and I was aspiring to be a pro fighter. That's what I was really trying to do, is always be in fight shape. And I bodybuilt before that, realized that wasn't the move. You get too tired. And then so I started with HIIT training after CrossFit. Met Jason down there at Elite Edge in Atlanta. And ever since then, I've just kind of been under his wing as far as my fitness path goes. My philosophy is just simply, like I said, to build a solid base camp to where I can, if I transition for the next 90 days and I want to go do a triathlon, I'm confident my body will hold up through that training.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, which I just tried to, but staph infection, I was going to try to fight in August. And I think my body could hold up for a 10-week fight camp. But then I got the staph infection for the 4th time this year. So back on antibiotics for that. But like I said, anything physically, I'm not nervous about trying at all.
Yeah.
You can put me in a breakdancing class and I'll try to figure that out too. You know what I mean? Not that I have rhythm or anything, but yeah, physically I can do anything as long as my internal stuff holds up, the MRSA,
Right.
So yeah.
I have that same exact thing, MRSA.
Yeah.
I got it from a golf course when I was 16. I was like playing with a zit.
Yeah.
And you're going to giggle, but like they have ball washers there. And I was in charge of like cleaning out the stuff.
Yeah.
But I was cleaning it out. And then I went to the bathroom and I was like, yo, there's a big fucking zit. And it fucking
infected
got me. And I've had it it's broken out like maybe 5 times in my life. But it's like each time is like, I got to go to the doctor. They got to lance it.
Yep. So I haven't had the actual MRSA one. What they keep telling me is it's strep, which is just a different strand of staph. So I've had the strep staph here, and now here. And then other than that, I've had the cellulitis staph down here on my feet twice, and that's all been within the past year and a half. Like I haven't, yeah, it sucks. My immune system is messed up. I had that hernia surgery in March, which got infected, and then since then, just rounds of antibiotics, just killing my gut flora.
Yeah.
So I've got
you are Gordon Ryan.
No. I don't have his intestinal issues, but yeah, my gut flora definitely needs a reset, and I have to, unfortunately, stay off the mats for a little while until my immune system builds back up. Yeah.
What does the time frame on that look like?
Well, I tried to give it a month, and that wasn't long enough. So I'm pretty much just transitioning into like striking, and then staying off the mats probably for another at least 8 weeks until I feel confident that I'm not, because I don't want, the last thing I want is to go in there and give it to one of the guys who's legitimately given up so much to try and chase that professional dream.
Yeah.
Like, so that's I'm just
people don't even think about that side either.
Yeah.
They just think like, oh, I'm sick, or
Yeah.
I have this thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not thinking about giving it to somebody.
Yeah. So those guys have given up a lot of like stuff they could potentially be doing to chase a dream, and you give them staff, like, you're an asshole.
Right.
As long as you know, if you knew you had it and still went in there and trained, you're an asshole.
For sure.
So
So will this be your debut in MMA?
No. I fought twice out on the West Coast, and actually actual sanctioned bouts, and then I fought in a couple smokers and then Army Combatives tournaments as well.
Gotcha.
So those start off, first day is just jiu-jitsu. Second day, it's punches to the body, slaps to the face, jiu-jitsu. And then the third day is in the cage. So you're doing MMA. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. Weird.
You're like, stop making it about us. You're like,
okay.
Hey, you want to fight me?
Dude, what's up, bro?
Oh, shit, dude. So what is your future in MMA? What would you want it to be?
So, honestly, I think that right now I just want to try to get back in the cage at least one more time, if not two more times. Because I really like that test. You get that anxiety. Your heart is freaking racing. All the preparation that you do is still not enough for the adrenaline dump. And that adrenaline dump will make you feel more tired, more cowardly than you've ever felt in your entire life. And I like to feel that challenge, and I like to overcome that challenge. So I want to do that at least one or two more times, and then just probably help coach it. And I would love to, one day be be a promoter, kind of like, but more for the underground athletes, not like for the big mainstream guys yet. Those unheard of guys, and give them a venue where they can make decent money, have a good time, where they're treated, they got the healthcare stuff. Like, that would be the ultimate dream. And that's kind of what I'm using, what I make in real estate to try to fund that dream as well. So yeah, promoter, coach, and then one day, I grew up in foster care, so I would love to open up, this is retirement age stuff, but open up a boys' home, like for struggling youth or foster kids, and just teach them discipline through martial arts, MMA, give them a sense of, humbleness, if you will, and self-awareness through martial arts. So, yeah.
We're sitting with a top G. He's wanting to groom kids from a young age to be fighters all the way up.
Yeah.
Through his own
And have
promotion.
a spot, and have a spot for each spot all the way up.
At my academy.
Right?
That's the
if
dream.
you buy my program.
That's the dream.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's super dope, dude. Yeah. What made you want to, I guess your experience in foster care, is that what led to you wanting to, is it like you're wanting to provide a better experience than you had?
Yeah, for sure. I was in the system for the first 14 years of my life. I was in one home for an extended period of time that was very abusive in pretty much every way. I was there pretty steadily for 10 years, so from 4 to 14. And I think it was a lot of like the feeling powerless, the feeling helpless, and knowing that it didn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
And then knowing now that like kids are still going through that junk, I would love to help liberate some feelings if I can. So yeah. That's the
that
dream.
seems like very introspective that you knew like at a young age that that's not how it has to be.
Oh yeah.
Like when I grew up, I didn't know like this was any different than anyone else.
Yeah.
I thought this was what everybody went through, my exact thing.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. No, I knew it was wrong. Like the whole time, I was like, something's fucked up here. And
what made you know that though? Like, what could you tell? I mean, obviously it didn't feel good, but like,
so I was lucky in the fact that like I was one of the boys, and I was the second oldest. So, like, if I was out of sight, I was out of mind, if you will. So I could like dip out and ride at 7 and ride my bike 3 miles into town and go hang out with all my friends from school.
Right.
And like I would see. It was way different with them and their families than it was with me. And, so I just knew what I was experiencing wasn't it. And, I mean, I remember I'd ride into town and be like, I can't wait till I'm fucking 18 years old and don't ever have to come back and do this ride back again and all that stuff. It's like, this bitch isn't getting invited to my wedding, my graduation, none of this. Like, I remember saying that stuff on my bike, you know, on the way into town and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where it comes from, really. I think feeling like defenseless, really, and unempowered. So,
do you think that this sounds like therapy right here? Do you think that at all directed you towards being in like combatives or being competitive in like athletics like that?
For sure, athletics were the only thing that I was, I guess, kind of rewarded for, because you could get medals if you were good, and I was naturally I've been pretty good at every sport that I've ever played, luckily.
Low key flex.
So like I was always like on the starting lineup for football. I was always on the starting lineup for wrestling. And I was just and I was tough and I was mean, because like adults had been beating the shit out of me since I could walk, or before I could walk. So like no kid my age could hurt me. And so I was really good at wrestling. Even though I had no technique, I had like a throw and just like crank your.
But you were just like, "Fuck you! I got this shit."
Fire,
dog. Exactly.
Dog.
So, but yeah, I mean, it definitely played a huge role because it was something I could do and produce a result and get a reward, and I felt like because I would get a reward, the teachers would know me more, and so it would put the spotlight on me more and kind of lower the abusive stuff that happened to me specifically in the home.
Okay.
So like the other kids would get more instead of me, because, you know, I was at practice.
Because you were,
and I was, I could continue to play the sports because the teachers liked me and they praised the homeowner, like the parents. And so the community thought that they were good parents, you know, so it was just like, it was this whole freaking thing. But yeah. Ultimately,
man, that's a lot. That's a lot to think about. Like, to have to go through. Like, I mean, at what age did you start doing sports where you noticed that you were like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at things that I'm doing?
So hockey, I was 7.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it was inline hockey though.
Where were you at? I mean,
Michigan.
where did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Michigan.
Okay.
So I was really, really good at inline hockey, and in that area at that time, it was like up and coming. It was back in the late 90s when like inline hockey down here in Florida was like big, and in California it was huge. Mighty Ducks were huge. Like it was, so like it was pretty cool to be good at it. And I mean that's when I realized I was good at sports, and if I just put my mind to it, I could be good. And then when I did wrestling in 7th grade, I did not want to do wrestling because I did not want to wear a singlet. And then I did it. And these 8th graders who could kick the crap out of me, when they all applauded me and like patted me on the back after my first pin, like I was like, yeah, this is the sport.
You're like, fuck,
this is the sport.
Yeah.
That's wild. Speaking of the adrenaline dump when you go to compete, because like I've experienced this a few times where you feel like, oh, all the energy in your body is gone.
Zapped.
Doesn't that? I don't know if you've had Fuck, I have a fucking cut on my tongue and I just did that shit again. That reminds me of dreams that I've had where you're like having to fight somebody and you punch them, but there's nothing on your punch.
Yes, that yes, dude.
That I've had that on a stage, well, not a stage, but like in Atlanta where I fought, and I was like, it like in IBJJF, you like go back to back to back to back, like really quickly.
Yep.
And I was in, not knowing at the time, my final match, and my arms were like gone, but this was in a gi.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, dude, I cannot do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I am stuck in this dude's guard. I can't push anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just down to ride for the rest of the time.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like. That dump happens, and it doesn't matter if you had the best cardio. If your mind can't get through that, because he's going to have a dump too. You know,
right?
You've got to be able to get through yours, because there will be a second wind. It's just, can you keep your hands up long enough?
Get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I remember the dump for the Copa stuff.
Yeah.
Compared to my first competition was so much worse.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that was. Maybe it was just because you and I were there, or what the deal was. But I remember that first match being like, you know, a minute in and being like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, what? I felt so good going into it.
Yep.
But I was nervous, you know, like I was definitely nervous going into it. But golly, dude.
I think it had to do with the drive there. We didn't sleep a lot. You didn't eat a lot that day.
Yeah.
But then the first one was here.
yeah,
So you just rode out
little bit
around
calmer.
all the fucking boys.
Yeah, it was. I was surrounded by people that I knew and like, you know, were
Like
supporting me. So it was like,
I've never seen somebody start jiu-jitsu and people just be more on this dude's dick
That's
than
awesome.
any other. Everybody loves this dude, and they
yeah.
all miss you at the gym. I
know,
promise
I
you
know.
that.
Yep,
Like
yep.
he is a heartthrob there.
Yeah.
But like that's why like everybody 10th Planet, even related, was at his mat
Yeah.
coaching him.
That's
Like
awesome.
it was
Yeah.
awesome to watch.
it was wild.
And then it was just me coaching him when
Yeah.
he won the whole thing. I'm not saying that parallel, but fucking.
Of course, he's
Gotta
got
love
to
it.
boost his own shit.
Hey, greatness is greatness. man.
That's right.
You
Hey,
can't deny
you
it.
can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes. I remember what you after all the matches or whatever. You were like, dude, you were great. You were like, I was controlling you with a controller, and you just listened to
Yeah.
everything I said. And I was like, thanks, dude.
Dude, honestly, when you have a athlete that is listening to every word you say,
Yes.
or at least very closely,
Yes.
they're paying attention and attempting the things,
Yep.
it makes you feel like, one, the growth is happening right there in front of you, and two, like, the potential is crazy.
Yes.
Because, like, we're telling you something you don't know, and you're actively doing it, and you're seeing it work live.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
So that's what I think of when I watch Sean coach.
Yeah.
So it's like a painter having the paintbrush, right? Like the way he channels through Ryan, Kevin, Luke, Steven, all those guys, Chase, like they will sit there and listen to him. And by now, they all know what the hell their game plan is. They know what they want to do. But the calmness at which he explains that to them what to do, they do it immediately, and then it works, and you're just like, dude, why can't I do that? So why can't I just do that?
I think there's something specific too about Sean's voice
Yeah.
and the way like you said, how calm he is about
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Is like, I don't know what it is, but it's that something about his tone and how he says things where it's like, okay,
Yep.
got it. You know.
He also
Crazy.
recently did a podcast where he explained, like, you're not going to hear me yelling at matches because it's like the work should have already been done.
Yeah.
You should understand what I'm saying, so I shouldn't have to raise my voice to say it.
Yep.
And I'm like, wow, that is a very good point. And you do see some of the better... I mean, there are some really good coaches that still yell.
Yeah.
But you do see a lot of that vibe is starting to spread.
Yeah.
Like, the better coaches are just, like, talking.
Calm.
They're not just like, what the fuck are you...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
That's,
Now, I was yelling at him, but the building we're in was fucking loud.
amped, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like hard to even get to him, the
Oh yeah.
voice.
I know. I imagine it was like the venue up in Marietta when they always do the new breeds. I mean, you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
when you're yelling out
I
there.
think I've been to that
We were in a gymnasium with
Yeah.
no soundproofing at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like
It was literally
In a church.
sponsored by Bang.
Nice.
Bang Energy.
Nice.
Yeah.
This was a private
Yeah.
school.
That's awesome.
A gymnasium in a middle school maybe?
Oh, I guess it was
Sponsored
a
by
school, yeah.
Bang.
The school
What?
itself was sponsored by Bang.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, what?
Pretty wild.
Well, probably what happened was there was a hot mom on the PTO board that had Bang as a sponsor, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll get my sponsor." To
Yeah.
come yeah.
That's probably what happened. I mean, it was South Florida, so that does add up. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy shit happens in Miami.
Miami, wild.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's good
Have
shit,
you
man.
competed a lot since being under Sean?
No, actually. So last year, I went to compete at a new breed, actually, just to knock the rust off, and dislocated. I was demolishing the guy. Like, I'd picked him up several times, kind of slammed him. I was being a little bit super aggressive because it had been a long time since I competed. And I was
You're like, my just fuck.
I was definitely going off on him. And I locked in a body triangle, and if I lock in anything with this left leg a certain way, I have to be very careful because the outside wall where your kneecap sits is actually shallow on my knee, and it slides out of place, and my whole leg will lock up, and I won't be able to move it, and it freaking locked up, man, with the body triangle sunk in, and like, oh, it was hell having that guy get off of me with my knee out of place like that, because it's not like he pulled traction or anything. He just got up and off, and it clicked my knee back into place, and oh man, it was painful. It was painful. And so I took a long time off of that, and then the 3-on-3 thing, my teammate backed out, so that was the one I was prepared for. And then this spring, I mean, I had that hernia surgery, and I've just been riddled with skin infections since then. So no, I haven't been able to, but I want to. I'm itching to.
Yeah.
And I know Sean is tired of hearing me say that I want to, because
I really do.
Yeah. But my inconsistency in the room due to unfortunately medical stuff. Right now, I feel like at this point I'm just this kid that keeps saying he's going to do something. He's not being about it, and like that's my whole fucking mantra. Is like, be about it. Yeah. Whatever you say you're about, go be about it. So
you also have a lot of shit going on.
I do. Yeah.
I mean, you probably can't name it on both hands.
No, I have a ton of stuff.
So how do you make the time for like, I mean, work, life, family, training, all the things that you train?
So a lot of things get out of balance during certain times of the year. Like in the spring, I'm balls to the wall busy with real estate. Like I can't do anything else. Real estate and family, and then the personal training take up all of my time. In the summertime, towards the end of summer, actually my schedule started to clear up a little bit. So I'm able to start training again, which is why I wanted to take the fight. But winter time is really probably going to be where I can actually get a fight camp in and try to compete in February or January or February, and then get geared up and ready back for my busy work season, which is spring, summer, and then a little bit in the fall. So I just have to do things more seasonally instead of year round like those pro guys. So
that's fucking tough. Homie over here is a real estate agent, and just recently got second place for the month or something.
Yeah, top number 2 team member of our brokerage.
Very nice. What brokerage you work for?
Keller Williams Gulf Coast.
Shout out.
Yeah. So the Zimmern team, dog.
Right
Represent.
on. I'm
number
on
2.
I'm on Ansley up there in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
The Alpharetta office and the Duncan Residential Group. So
nice, dude. That's what's up. So you do mostly residential stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
You?
I do a lot of residential, but just kind of started working in the commercial stuff too. So
okay, good. I'm gonna have to pick your brain.
Yeah.
Once you start learning more.
Yeah, man. It's been a weird kind of transfer. You know what I mean? But I work under Danny Zimmern, who's been doing it for 30 plus years and has knows every single person in this town, and that's kind of his road is commercial.
Yeah, that's
and
the way.
So he's been like, with these first couple of listings and stuff like that, working with him and learning how all of the the whole process works, and it's been an awesome experience just to pick again, sit in the office and learn all day long.
Soak it up as long as you can.
Oh, dude, that's my main thing. Is like, people always told me, when I was gearing up to leave the restaurant,
Yeah.
you know, to do real estate, they're like, be in the office.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so I try to make it a point to be there as much as possible, even if I don't have, you know, like if I don't have stuff going on or
Yeah.
whatever, just to be there and listen to what's going on.
Yep.
And, you know,
learn,
dude.
Yep, just absorb.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, but yeah, man, it's been good shit.
How did that feel? Getting that like recognition for.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't think, you know, you'll ever do, you know, be that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see the put, you're like, oh shit, you're like, that's awesome.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So yeah, it was cool. And again, it's, you know, the team that I have around me too. It's not, I mean, there's no way I could do any of the shit that I'm doing
Same.
without them. So it's
Same.
like,
Yep.
all the praise goes to the Zimmern team for sure.
Yep.
They're, I mean, absolute killers and,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it is really cool seeing, you know, putting in a bunch of hard work and finally, you know, seeing something pay
fruits
off.
of your
You know,
labor,
it's
yeah.
like it's cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Super stoked.
So you really like second place. You really, I mean, you seem pretty stoked on
I'm hyped.
second.
I'm
Yeah,
hyped about it. I'm
Well,
hyped.
Is this year one?
Huh?
Is this year one? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good spot.
Yeah.
to
Well,
be
I'm
year
just
one.
saying, like, you're about to get second again. So,
Oh,
like,
word, word.
I am so
Nah,
happy. you're stoked on it.
I'm excited about it in, you know, the career wise. Now, but this,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna retire you, dude.
brother. Oh, dude.
You seem super stoked on. And I'm gonna give it to you again.
Dude, this is coming from the
For
dude
the
who on Saturday was
second
like, "Let's
time.
give up. I don't
Yeah.
want to do it
Bro,
anymore."
you ever heard of mind games?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
mental
You brought it up
warfare?
how many times?
I was
4,
trying to see if I could
5.
break you.
Yeah, dog. All right. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. As far as like you being like a personal trainer and like being super aware and super knowledgeable about the body, do you have any experience in like running or marathons or anything? This is getting to a point, but
Yeah, so I never wanted to be a distance runner ever. Like I refused to run more than a mile in high school.
Yeah.
And then I got in the Army and the test was 2 miles and
Fuck.
yeah, so that was the first time I ran 2 miles and I did
what
it in
is
like
the test exactly?
it used to be 2 miles. You have to do it in under 16 minutes. You have push-ups and sit-ups all in 2 minutes. The test has changed now because that was kind of an outdated test, to be honest. But I remember I ran a 15:07 2 mile, and I was like, I was trying, and I was like, dude, there's no. And if you to get 100% on it, you have to do it in under 13 minutes.
Yeah.
You have to break 13 minutes.
So you were like,
I was like, there's no way in hell. But I was like, I went off to basic training and I was like, okay, let me try. And so the next time I sprinted that damn thing. Like so bad, my calves, my hammies, everything hurt for like 6 days afterwards.
Yeah.
And I did it in 14:32. And I was like, dude, how do these people do this?
way.
There is no way.
legally, you can't.
People are running by you talking to you.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I get to Texas for medic school, and I'm like, screw it. I'm going to run an A group. And we run in files. And I'm just going to get in the middle column in San Antonio, July, August, September, October. I'm going to run right there, and I'm going to look at these nerds to my left and my right. And if they don't fall out, there's no way in hell I'm falling out.
Yeah.
And I just ran with these people for the entire time I was there. I just stayed with A group. And then the last PT test came up, and I was consistently getting down into like the mid-13s. And the last one came up, and my buddy who had always whooped my ass, we've been running a 13:10. I was like, "You gonna do it today?" I was like, "I'm gonna try." And he takes off. He's way ahead of me. And in the last 400 meters, I just passed him. He's like, "Dude, you passed me," and it looked like your stride just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I ran a 12:45.
Fuck
And I was
yeah,
like,
dude.
That's
so
tight.
that was my. And then after that, like I was like, okay, I did my running thing. Like I'm good.
2 miles.
Yeah,
That's it.
because this old knee just
Yeah.
it won't take it.
I feel you. My right knee pops out a lot, but only during jiu-jitsu or if I'm doing like certain squats in CrossFit.
Yeah,
Or if you're doing the fucking row machine too fast and you pull
yeah,
like and your knee just I don't know what it is, but it'll pop out and it'll pop back in. And it's not like it's tearing. Maybe it is tearing something. I don't know. But it just I can just straighten it and it'll pop back in and then I'm good. Not like that kind of pop, but like it'll be like
It'll shift. Yeah.
yeah, like a whole. I'm like probably should get that looked at.
It's not normal.
There's a couple things you probably should, huh?
Yeah, there'll be situations where somebody will stop because they see, and I'm like, hold on, just we're good.
Yep.
And it sucks, but when I'm running, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think I have a normal stride or like a very neutral.
Yeah. When I run, it's fine. It's after I've ran multiple days in a row, then my knee will definitely pop out if I go roll jiu-jitsu for sure. It's gonna pop.
So there's no pain after the couple days.
On this one, no. Gotcha. So when I did this one because I've done this one 9 times now. It just happened to me again like a couple weeks ago with Darius. We're just drilling body triangles. This one happened once, and that was during that competition. And because it was the first time this one had happened, holy crap, that hurt for like that was like 8 weeks. Like
In jiu-jitsu, like when something happens the first time, you're like, oh, this might be a problem for life. But then you notice, like, after a year, you're like, oh, it just does it now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's just normal.
Yep.
But I'm gearing up to do a marathon in January.
Nice.
And I've never done a marathon. I've done what they call here a double bridge run, which is 9.3 miles.
Okay.
So I'm doing a half marathon in like, I think it's like 2 months, 3 months, something like that.
Nice.
And I want to gear up to do that, and eventually it'd be dope to do an Ironman. Yeah. But I feel like to do an Ironman, you have to have time off from work. It's so time consuming. Like all the things that I've watched of people doing it, it's like the amount of time you swim, the amount of time you're on a bike. Like I bike now. Yeah. But it's another level.
Yeah. So those people that do Ironmans have been doing triathlons already. Yeah. They don't just jump into Ironman. That's pretty ballsy.
The triathlon.
Well, there is an Ironman in Panama City next year.
Okay. Do at least the sprint triathlon first.
Yeah. What is that?
It's a shortened triathlon. So everything's half the distance. I think it's a 12-mile, it's a half marathon bike ride, a 5K run, and a 500-meter swim. So that's like...
I think Pensacola Beach does one. Yeah. One of those.
Oh, word.
And those are fun.
I might have to try that then. Yeah. So maybe that'll be like my half marathon. Yeah. Sprint, triathlon.
Yeah. I think, you need to do a couple triathlons, though, before you do the whole Ironman.
I just want to do like a highlight where it's
because the Ironman is like the most of all of it.
Dude, I know. Like, he's going to do the sprint tri, and he's never going to want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the triathlon stuff already is fucking... That stuff's tough.
Like, I tell you this every time when you go to doubt me. I'm gonna spend a lot of money and buy an editor, and I'm gonna have them. You're like, he's never gonna do this. That's gonna be like leading into the Black Sabbath. I am Iron Man.
I hope you do one. Yeah. My thing is, I hope you are prepared for it. That's the thing. I hope that you know how long.
Do you hear that?
26.2 miles is after a 200-mile bike ride or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
You hear that?
Got that dog.
I don't.
He can hear the barking. Got that dog in him, bro.
He said, oh. It's a real cute ass dog. Yeah. It's a real cute ass dog.
Dude, but like, I was gearing up to do a marathon a long time ago, and then I had to take a job in Louisiana, and I was out. Like, I was literally living at the job site for, I think it was like 6 months. We would come home for like 2 days and then go back out.
Oh, shit.
So, like, running there, the job was like from like day or nighttime to nighttime. So you're getting there at like 5 a.m. and you're getting off at like 6, 7 at night. Yeah. And then I would run at the hotel, but the dudes that I was there with were like scumbags. They would get wasted every night, coke, fucking smoking, drinking. I mean, it was like you couldn't get sleep. So I then just started to focus on sleeping whenever I got back to the hotel. Yeah. And I had to just give up the marathon thing because I was literally at work out of town when it was going down. Yeah. And then I found jiu-jitsu, and that became like I gotta save my knees. Yes. I'm not gonna 100%. Run over rolling. Right. It's just retarded. Yeah.
It's silly.
And
who would do that?
Now that I found CrossFit, I'm like, you're having to do MRFs, or you're having to do a running circuit within the workout of the day, and you're like, oh, dude, I fucking miss running. Yeah. And I'm like, what a better time to do it now, because I'm only going to get older. Joints are only going to get worse. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu isn't going to be kinder to it.
It's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
And do you have any tips or tricks on like?
I mean, don't always do distance. You need
Yeah.
You need to mix in sprints. You need to mix in sprint intervals while you're running. So like if you wanted to do like a half marathon, maybe do it at a 10 to 12 minute pace, but then mix in, 100-meter sprints as you can throughout the entire thing. Just go at a slower pace for a long period of time, and you do like 10 to 20 interval sprints throughout it. Something like that. So mix it in the training so it doesn't just get boring and monotonous.
Yeah.
Because marathon training is definitely that.
It's boring and monotonous.
Yeah. See, I like the run, but I'm also the kind of guy that's like, I like to listen to music the whole time.
Yeah.
I can't do, like, I watch some people that they're like, I don't like music at all. I just want to hear myself.
Yeah.
If I can hear myself breathing, I start to panic. I'm like, brother, we're going to die, dude. Yeah.
Yep.
It makes me nervous, but like, I like the mental pressure of like, you have to do another step.
Yeah.
And it's like, but there's thousands of steps ahead of you.
Yes.
But don't think about that. Like, I think it helps me with patience.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
And I'm trying to use that as like an avenue to get better at like self-will and like controlling myself and discipline. Like, don't just run because it's on the schedule or for motivating reasons.
Yeah.
Run because you have to run. Like you're holding yourself accountable. Like,
right.
Do it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you know what'll happen if you don't.
Yeah.
And who knows how good you could get if you do.
Right.
So that was always my big thing while running for like to decrease time. It's like you want to stop and walk for a minute. You do. Mm-hmm. But you're like, I know I won't be able to outpace that if I start walking. So, and if I stop now, even though I know I'm not going to pass out yet, I'll never know if I could have beat that time. So, running is definitely a mental trainer for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure.
And also like setting up myself to do like these longer things. I'm getting hooked on watching people do it and then the things that they do. And then I'm like, have you heard of Leadville 100?
No.
So it's like 100-mile marathon, but it's through the fucking mountains. So you're not running. You literally cannot run this thing because of the steepness and the elevation throughout the hills.
Yep.
But it's like you're there forever. Mm-hmm. They're like 18-hour races.
Oh, I'm sure.
So you have to have,
aren't they?
Well, I mean, average it's like 17, which is like very fast, to like 24 and up. But like,
I don't got time for that.
It just seems
100 miles, bro.
But to push your mind further than probably 99% of humans are even willing to think about doing.
Oh yeah.
Seems like I want to do some shit like that. Because inside you want to conquer like your Mount Everest. You want to be like, everybody does marathons. I haven't done one yet, but when I do it, I'll be like, man, that was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you want to do like a 50-mile race.
Yeah.
And then you want to do a 100-mile race. You want to do a sprint triathlon, and then you want to do an Ironman.
Oh, I feel that.
So for our punishment, I was like, explain the camping thing.
Oh, he hates to camp.
I hate it.
So I was like...
Serial killers literally can kill you.
Yeah. So I was like, we'll put him in a tent in the middle of nowhere, by himself.
Yeah.
Take his phone, give him a camera,
yeah,
and just record everything for a night. So he'll go in at later in the afternoon, stay till the next day, and then we come pick him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get it all on video. It'd be hilarious.
Now,
right?
I agreed to this on one stipulation.
Okay.
And that is, if I win, he has to run a marathon.
Okay.
I'm not a runner. And I am not a runner.
Hey,
but it's like, I will run it with him.
Yeah.
I'm not telling him he has to go alone.
Yeah.
He's going to make me camp alone.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey.
I feel like that is the most even punishment we've come across. The whole tattoo thing, it's like, yeah, cool, I get to laugh. But then it's like,
Yeah.
I do like the idea, but it's like, I want it to be something like that. Like, we can watch back and be like, dude, how fucking wild.
Yeah.
What are you howling to yourself? Like I'm out there on a camping site alone.
Yeah.
Are you whimpering?
What is going on?
Yeah. I accidentally break the only light I have.
So the marathon, when you run it, are you going to make him wear just like a jock strap, or like is there a
honestly,
uniform?
if he would agree to this, I'd be like, dude, just be as comfortable as possible. I wouldn't even want to make fun of you. I just would want to do it as like a group thing, like a bond thing.
Running just doesn't. It just makes me angry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I do.
Hey, being on a diet pisses me the fuck off. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's be mad together.
Oh, dude, I don't know that whole 26 miles is long.
It is a long time.
It's long. Living with the knowledge that you lost to an old guy.
Yeah.
You got to live with that forever.
Just don't
that
lose.
Never ends.
I guess that's right. Just don't lose. You know,
just don't lose.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
No. You should have heard what the first kind of ones were. He was like, if I win, you put my name on the house, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, we go half and half on the house.
Dude.
I'll put your name on my car.
No way, dog.
Which one's yours?
Blue car. I got the worst car in the party, dude.
Yeah, I was like,
here was another really good one, and I told Johnny this, and he thought it was funny. No hair on the head at all.
Okay.
Shave everything bald.
Okay.
No eyebrows.
Real estate.
No mustache.
Yeah.
So it's like I understand that. I get it.
Yeah.
I gotta back off. Can't do that one. I get it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
But it's like
So, dude, I know this head would not look good bald.
Yeah.
Like, I know it would not look good.
The enticing part.
Yeah. No, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And okay, time to get a new headshot.
Yeah, it takes a particular head shape to
Can't
pull
be
off
doing
the
all that,
bald
dude.
look.
Uncle Fester over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Jealous of those guys.
Do you have any suggestions for a punishment? A physical thing would be cool.
We still have to put it out to.
Yeah, I meant to post that today.
Yeah, we still have to put it out to
We're late on
the
that.
followers just to see.
Yeah, we want to get
punishment.
we want to pick people's brains, but it's
Yeah.
like cool to have like what I consider a professional opinion. Like, what do you think would be a good?
A good punishment.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I feel like you're on the right track with making him run a marathon. Or what kind of like competition would you have to enter that you don't like? You know,
I don't know.
What doesn't he like?
Dude, golf. But it's like it
But
wouldn't.
you
I
just
wouldn't
don't
be
know
allowed.
how to do it. Yeah.
I wouldn't be allowed because I wouldn't qualify to anything.
Yeah.
See, my thing is like anybody on the planet can attempt a run. Not anybody can attempt a golf, whatever they're called. A golfing outing?
A tournament?
All right. See?
A golfing outing?
I don't fucking know.
You guys could do whoever loses, has to go. You guys go to the beach and do whatever those guys do out west right now, where you get, you pay. Somebody will pay you to try to submit you or like choke you out on the beach in a little ring or force you out of the ring. Whoever's loser is the one who has to, go against all these people for 6 hours of the day, the afternoon. Just have a little
interesting.
carnival sign up.
But so he would have to pay them?
No.
submit
They would
him?
pay. They'd pay like $10 to give it a try, and then if they do get it,
Oh, and then the winner gets
They
the money?
win.
yeah,
They win $100 or something like that.
yeah,
Damn, I'd make a lot of money on
yeah,
that.
yeah. Low-key a little hustle.
Good. It could be just a side hustle. That doesn't sound like punishment. That sounds like an extra
You
paycheck.
just need somebody that doesn't know jiu-jitsu really and just like sub me.
Oh man, and the civilian people will try it all day long.
And that's maybe that's just a different business.
Let's keep that down low.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck though.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Damn, dude. All I can think about is that punishments now. Like, what would be good?
Yeah.
I feel like the camping marathon thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of other things that you
absolutely
hate.
cannot stand camping.
I'm just trying to think of other things that you hate.
Is there a such thing as like non-speed dating where you just have to meet people? Because like I don't really care to be meeting a ton of people.
Yeah.
Like alone.
Yeah. So why wouldn't you just do a speed dating thing? They have those events all over the place. Make him do a speed dating thing.
We could auction you off.
Wear a
to some,
GoPro the whole
foundation
time.
thing. Yeah, we could auction you off to some like lady at a foundation. Or
Here was a
something.
suggestion I
yeah.
had.
That'd be cool.
Nursing home auction.
I could take you up to Azalea Trace, dog. Take you up to Azalea Trace. Get you in like a Speedo and just make them bid on you.
See, one of the things I suggested was, but I'm suggesting it, so it's like, it's tough. It would have to be suggested to Chase, because he's like the dude running the thing.
Yeah.
Is the loser has to compete in a talent show, but they don't know it, and they're just being driven somewhere blindfolded, and the blindfold comes off. They're on stage and they have to do something.
Yeah.
Or they have to present a speech on like molecular science or some shit.
Okay.
And it's like,
And then I think the bodybuilding one too is good.
yeah. So I'm thinking
That's
like
a good
Impractical
one, too.
Jokers type deal. If you know what that show is.
Yeah, I know what that show is.
So it's like, yeah, loser has to perform on a bodybuilding competition.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
like
Yeah.
they
Have no
dropped
idea.
off and
No
be like,
tan.
Yes.
but
No
you
fucking.
yeah.
But you would have the best option for yourself because you've worked on your body a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But I don't think you're gonna have.
It would look like
definition.
workaholics.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I think that's a good one.
That is a solid one.
But it's also like, how do we get into a bodybuilding competition? Like,
Oh, you just look them up.
just
You just look
two
them up.
fucking dudes.
But don't you
know?
have to have a lot of registration and shit, and it has to be you, so you can't even be faked into it.
I mean, it would depend on like what
How
caliber
big
of
the-
one. Yeah, you're going
we
for.
go to
I
Olympia
mean, you
trials. All right.
Yeah, like Olympia Open or something.
Yeah, but yeah, there's opens you could enter.
Or like
I think that would
another
be a
one
funny
I
one.
suggested, and I haven't told you this one yet, but like a beauty pageant.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Like
then
a
you have
Miss
to have
America.
a talent.
Yeah.
You have to have like a dress.
They
speech.
ask you all the questions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you have to have an opinion.
What's your
on
perfect day?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
not being here.
Yeah.
dude.
Anywhere but here.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That would be funny too.
It's
Yeah.
fucking tough, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. But I do like the ideas that we've been getting. I think
Yeah.
have been good. So we're on the right track.
Here's something to make the camping thing more enticing for you, so that you go for the marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be running with you anyways. Camping in a haunted, abandoned building.
I don't want you to do that because I don't want you to bring the haunted shit back here.
It's very,
What if you get a fucking demon in you and you
Yeah.
bring that demon back to my
Bruh.
house?
you don't know what
Fuck
you're
outta
messing with?
here.
The
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
Let's say it.
No.
I got a demon in me right now.
Yeah,
bro.
no,
I'm on
I knew
demon
that's where
mode,
that was
dude.
going. I knew it.
Yeah.
No.
You're supposed to say, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah, dude. I don't know, bro. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I guess there are no losers.
yeah.
Yeah, at the
Because-
end of the day, we're
Yeah.
both.
We'll be in better shape.
Yeah. More people should do this stuff.
Or
Like, you know, the friend group is keeping each other healthier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
yeah, at a very lethal punishment type deal.
Yeah.
But it's like find that good punishment, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
When-
stoked about it. Either
When
way.
is the poll on going on Instagram for it?
Supposed to be already up. I mean, now when this
It'll
airs,
be-
a week ago.
Oh
Yeah, it'll be up today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably tomorrow.
It'll be interesting to see what everybody else puts
Yeah.
2 cents in.
God, and our followers too are
Yeah.
gonna absolutely just fuck us.
Oh yeah, dude.
100%.
Yeah.
I absolutely have a.
We gotta ask Jack Mehoff what he thinks, or they think.
He's been quiet.
Damn, really?
He's been quiet, dude. I haven't seen him post in a
We have a
minute.
YouTube commenter that just—he's a great guy.
He's
always on-
dedicated.
He's
Yeah.
dedicated.
Yeah, he comments almost every post we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is,
No
he, is he
idea.
trolling?
Oh, yeah.
It's
100%.
hard to say
Okay.
if he knows what's going on at all.
Listen, no speculations.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the fact that he comments on other videos,
Yeah, good. For,
you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's, but
Show him love. Haters gotta hate. You know.
so, but yeah, our followers are gonna be, I mean, just ruthless. So
Oh, yeah.
that'll be interesting.
I mean,
For sure.
it fits with your guys' names.
It does, yeah. We kind of,
Yeah.
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 We have a reputation to uphold.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
What did you think
Good shit.
of UFC 290?
Oh man, I thought it was a stacked card, up and
Yeah.
down. I actually dozed off right before this, and then woke up to these two about to fight. I mean, holy smokes! I was not
So
expecting.
we're watching the Moreno
Yeah.
walk out right now.
I was
Dude,
not.
homie fell asleep on the Volkanovski, like the beginning
Yeah.
of the Volkanovski fight. Woke up to him like winning,
Mauling him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, I didn't want to wake you, but
Yeah.
Dude, I had
he was out
3 days,
Yeah.
4 days where it was just like,
12 plus
You know what
hours.
the blue
and
angles
I was
are?
on the boat
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
12
so-
hours, and
Yep.
yeah, so I was
guess
just
that's a
in the
dumb
sun on the water. It was done for.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm sure.
I got home and I was like, "There's no way."
That Volk fight. I mean,
The whole card was crazy.
crazy.
Like
Yeah.
Robbie to
Up and down.
retire the way he did.
yeah. Yep.
I mean, like, shout out to Nico Price. He's an up-and-coming welterweight. I mean, not that he's brand new or anything, but to do that, just finish him like that, that's crazy. Walk off.
Robbie's dad, Major Lawler, was the chiropractor in Fort Lewis when I was there.
Really? Oh, shit.
Yep. So
damn.
It was pretty cool, actually.
That's tight.
You go into his office there at the Winder Clinic, and a big old poster of Robbie's on the wall.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's wild.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Dude, and then Bo Nichols.
It was a damn near effortless victory. I mean, that dude was swinging for the fences, trying to take his head off.
Dude, and it just seemed like every single time Bo touched him, it just froze him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's wild to see his development.
What was that dude's record? 7-1?
7-0.
Oh, he was 7-0?
They were both undefeated. Yeah.
Oh.
I think Bo's 5-0 now.
Mm-hmm.
5-0.
Yeah.
But his mom was apparently a pretty high level boxer back in her day.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I mean, I was a high school wrestling coach assistant high school wrestling coach for about 10 years, and it was during his tenure in college.
Yeah.
So I watched him a lot in college, and by his senior year, man, I had never seen anybody so effortlessly just walk through everybody at the NCAAs. Like, it was nothing. He just destroyed them all. So,
dude, and I was talking to him about this. There are fighters that come along that have a lot of hype, and you're like, I just don't see this dude having a future. But there's something about the way Bo Nickel looks that he just looks like a future champion.
yeah, yeah.
Like, the way he moves, yes, but, like, he's got the look, too.
Yeah.
He's
like,
tough. I don't see somebody knocking him
super
out.
well.
Yeah. I do think he does. I think he has an issue with his bringing his hands down and then his lack of head movement. And I don't think anybody has had the striking capabilities to kind of show that yet. But right now it seems like he moves straight forward and his hands are a little low to go against somebody like Izzy or, Pereira or any of those upper top 5 guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see once he gets into the top 10, like, how people game plan for him because of his ability to take you down.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, dude went all out on his
he did. That's actually really sick.
But, like, to see, like, how he's developing his hands as well. Now he is a dual threat, or he's getting closer to that. Like, yes, dude was 7-0 and, like, probably has never been on a stage like this, so that probably had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
He just wanted to come out and
get a knockout,
bang, as they say. But I don't know, dude. He's a Theo Von. Dude, there are so many fucking people at this fight. It's crazy.
I know. I went to Izzy's fight there in Atlanta when he fought Kelvin Gastelum, and man,
dude,
it was sick. It was so sick. Before anybody really knew who Izzy was.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to our first UFC event in Jacksonville
like
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was like,
or whatever.
Dude, just a game changer. Like, just the atmosphere is, it's something different.
Now, in Jacksonville, did they have what stadium was it? Was there bowl seating down low and then seating up high in the nosebleeds?
Yeah.
Now, were you guys in the lower level or the upper level?
Okay. Upper level.
So
the better seats.
Now, but if you want to sit down in the lower level, once the prelims start to get over, and people should already be down there and have their seats.
Yeah.
If there's open sections, go to the security. Say, hey, are you guys putting anybody in these seats? I've noticed they've been empty for a while.
Yeah.
Security be like, no, we need to fill them, actually. How many people do you got in your group? And they'll move you down there. Damn. Because they want the lowers
they want everybody to
look on TV. They want it to look full. Damn. So that's what we did. We went down there, talked to one of the ladies that was security, and we were maybe, I want to say maybe 20, 25 rows back from the cage for the nosebleed seats prices. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess I never really thought about that, but like with it being on camera and live, they want it to be fucking packed out.
Yep.
Shit. With that being said, Kevin Hart played here at the Pensacola Bay Center.
Yeah.
Which I guess it was Civic Center then, but like ours seats like 10,000 people.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on camera. I mean, it was filmed there, but like we had nosebleeds. I literally bought tickets last minute because it was like a week out, and I was like, dude, there's still tickets, and they were dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Got tickets. We are literally on the back row. Our backs are touching the wall.
Yeah.
And there was a dude walking around giving out tickets for the floor We ended up sitting like 7 rows from the stage, and I'm like,
It's wild.
what the fuck?
It's wild. Yeah.
Why?
What the
But
fuck?
when he was giving out tickets, he was like, it just needs to look fuller down there. And I'm like,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were taping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It just,
it's fucking wild.
it's like wild how you run into situations like that.
Yep.
And like, you know, those, like I was looking at seats at, dude, it was a big event a while back that I wanted to get us tickets to go to, but the seats were like $2,000. I was like, who the fuck are these seats for?
I know.
Do we get to take the seat
know.
home with us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Comes
God
with
damn.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does my name get fucking engraved on that shit?
Yeah.
Yep. UFC tickets are at a premium these days too. It's unreal. It's unreal.
And they're
it's
like,
good for the sport.
they're monetizing literally everything. You can get your name on the fucking
Matt.
mat now. Like the names around the, see it in between Sugar and UFC?
Yep.
Like, and you looked up the price. What was that?
I think it was like $1,100 or $1,200.
But that was
like
for a
that.
fight night.
Yeah, it was.
Like
yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
Like even if
Yeah.
right now it zoomed in and you saw your name, and then what?
Yeah.
What
And-
now?
Yeah.
And you can only put your name. You can't put like an entity or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was like. I was like, dude, I wonder if we can get Some People Suck on it.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, it has to be a first and last name. And I was like,
Yeah.
Some
That's
people
silly.
as a first name, Suck
Some
as a last name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Give it a try.
But yeah, they do all different kinds. You can get like your name cut out after and like whole and that costs an extra $500 or whatever the fuck
No
it is.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do. They've got all kinds of shit now that they're doing.
Nice.
But
I showed up one time to the UFC Institute out there in Vegas. This is back when I was still trying to be a pro fighter, and like I was in Vegas for the first time. I was doing all the responsible stuff, and I got a Uber out there. The gates were open and so it seemed like it was open building to the public. And I go in the lobby, and they just have this enormous wall of TVs that's playing a Robbie Lawler Rory fight. And I'm just like,
Banger fight.
yeah, I'm just like looking up at this thing like, holy shit. And I go over to the front desk, and I say, is it possible to like pay for a tour here? Cause like, I was just like, I've seen this on TV.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to come in and get a tour. I think this is cool as shit. And, she's like, no, we don't do public tours, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, we're actually not open to the public. And I'm like, okay, I'll get my Uber. So I go back and I sit over in front of these TVs, and I'm waiting for my Uber to get there. And it's July in Vegas, and it's during the day. So obviously it's hot. I'm wearing a suit. So it's not like I showed up there looking like a vagabond, you know.
Yeah.
I had a suit on, and this kid who's injured, he's got a knee brace on. So it looks like he just came from like ACL surgery or something. You could tell he trains, and he's just put on this desk as his like day job while he's injured.
yeah.
And he comes over to me, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just sitting here waiting for my Uber, bro. And he's like, yeah, you can't sit here. I'm like, well, what do you mean? It's a couch in a lobby.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you gotta wait outside. I'm like, what? Bro, this man made me move outside and then walked me from the front doors area where the Uber dropped me off,
Right.
and made me walk. He walked with me all the way out on his little scooter, all the way out to the gate, and made me stand out there in the sun in July. And I was instantly like, I want to, like, if you weren't injured right now, we'd be fighting.
Bro, I'll take your scooter. And just fucking
Yeah.
Real though, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
eat that thing,
Oh,
dude.
man.
Dude.
Oh god.
But yeah,
That's tough.
yeah, it was
Vegas
tough.
is wild.
It
Bro.
is.
We touched down in Vegas for ADCC last year, and our taxi driver was from Alaska or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But
Utah
we were
or
like,
somewhere.
we were just like trying to shoot the shit with him and just ask him questions. And I was like, so how long have you been in Vegas? He was just being the fucking dickest of all dicks.
Dude.
He's like, I'm
was just
not
being
from Vegas. I
Yeah.
just work here. I'm from Alaska. I literally just said that.
Yeah. He was being a dick for no reason.
Yeah.
He was getting a kick out of this.
Yeah.
I was laughing because
Yeah.
I know he's getting pissed off.
Yeah, I'm
right?
like,
Yeah.
buddy, we're here for a strangling competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not in it, but we can be in it right now.
yeah.
We're-
I was just like, dude, this is hilarious. I was like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Because I know inside he's boiling.
Yes.
And the dude is
Yes.
like, just kind of picking at him.
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, but he's picking at me, and it's like, I don't think I gave him much material to be like, oh, this is a guy that we could pick at.
I mean, look at you.
Yeah.
I
I get that.
That's it.
but then he's just picking on me to impress you.
Yeah, because
What,
I'm
y'all
laughing.
fucking?
Well, we're homies. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh man.
Alaska's not
I
even
made a couple
real,
jokes
dude.
and he laughed at him, and that's when he became on my side.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. And you had to walk up with a diamond on your throat like a badass, you know. And that's where it came from.
I don't even try.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah.
You know?
It's born with it.
Yeah.
Born with it.
Born with it.
CTE and a diamond tat on the throat.
Fucking weird
Born
looking
with
baby,
it.
dude.
Which how painful was that?
It's pretty painful, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Like, I used to do the thing where it's like, fucking, not that painful because I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every tattoo you ever get fucking sucks all.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how... Tattoos hurt, bro. Like, people want to be cool and be like, I didn't hurt that bad. It did hurt that bad. You just dealt with it. Or it was small enough that it just was... The outcome was worth the pain you went through.
Right.
So you, like, justify it being like, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
All the tattoos are that bad.
Yeah. I don't disagree. They're not.
You have tattoos?
I have one here and one here. I got this one at 16, and then I got this one at 19. But I have not begun to actually finish what I want to do. So like those were just.
It's
cheap.
almost like you don't even need to.
Yeah.
They suck.
Yeah.
I say that and I keep getting them, but it's like...
He's like, I'm never getting another tattoo again. And then we have a tattoo scheduled for 2 weeks.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just...
Yep.
But it's just because I haven't come this far.
Giving my life away.
Far. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yep.
He's like, I'm
You
not
gotta be
quitting
about
now.
it.
Yeah.
You gotta
Be about it,
You should
dude.
be about it.
Yeah. It's difficult. Like, I don't have anything on my back. I have my whole torso and everything done,
Okay.
but I don't have anything on my back. And I was talking to Johnny about that as well. I was like,
Of course.
bro, I was just like, how bad's it hurt? Like, I know, but look, we're both covered. Like,
Gets an
Johnny's a
entire
tattoo
back.
artist.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, realistically, because you can level with me, how bad does it hurt? He's like, certain spots hurt, but like, you can get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, when you're talking to somebody that you can clearly see, it's kind of like when you're talking to somebody that's been injured in jiu-jitsu or has been doing it for a long time. So you're like, you know, they've been through something.
Yep.
So you're like, yo, am I really in danger in this position? They'll be honest with you. They'll be like, yeah, but not if you turn this way or if you do something, control lever here. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like when you get advice on a tattoo from somebody covered. Have you ever been to a tattoo studio and they just didn't have any tattoos, like the artist? I've done that. I've been somewhere and I'm like, brother, what's going on with that guy?
Yeah.
They didn't.
But he does amazing work. So it's like,
Doesn't add up. The math doesn't match.
yeah, how the fuck did you get into this and you don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, that is wild. That is wild. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
But I imagine you've got them all in the most painful spots already. The back is.
That was the goal. Like when I first got In God We Trust right here on my forearm, and I was like, that kind of hurt. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but I overheard somebody in a tattoo studio say that your skin ages, and when your skin ages, your pain receptors get worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm 18.
Let's get this shit over.
Yep.
I swear to God, I have pictures of me within a year's frame. I have this sleeve finished. It looks really similar to this.
Yeah.
And I just have the what are here? Roses. I have the 2 roses and a diamond.
Yeah.
Just this.
Yeah.
And the filler in between. But I don't have any of this.
Yep.
I don't have like the shit that there's more stuff on both sides. Or the connecting shit down here. I don't have any of this.
Yeah.
I'm walking around like a fucking retard with just my throat. Doesn't go below my shirt, so it's just a literal tampon section on my neck.
Oh,
tampon.
I have a full sleeve, and I think I have my hand done on this side.
Yeah. Hey. You can
Why
only pay
I
for
have friends, I have no idea.
Be about it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only get what you can pay for at this time.
But at the time, I had 5 jobs, so like a lot of maybe 3 of those jobs was just tattoo money. So I was just like, I'm gonna be about this.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Do it all.
Yeah.
All at once.
Not a great idea.
Yeah.
So, we're
But,
here now.
you know,
so.
your life is built off of not a lot of great ideas and then some okay ideas.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
That's who make us who we are.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's fucking tough, dude. Like, your shit looks good, but I really would love that sleeve to be finished.
Yeah.
Where you got it going up to? Just your elbow there?
But he has...
I've got space between here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he has a big D on his shoulder.
I do.
Go ahead, show him.
Big old D.
Nice.
It's big.
Nice.
And it's pretty.
Big
Coming
D.
back here, too. Go
Yeah.
all the way back yonder.
Might be the only big D on
I mean,
his
it's
body.
the,
I don't know.
it's the only big D, and it's on my arm.
It's the
okay?
biggest
It's
D.
on my arm.
Dude, I bring that up because I'm a big, like, reality TV show guy.
Yeah.
And there's a new show that is similar to Temptation Island, and it's called The Big D.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know The Big D?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dude, The Big D is so fucking
What
good.
is it?
So it's a island resort situation
Right.
where it's only a house full of couples that have recently divorced themselves. So it's like, I think it's 4 couples.
I don't know. It's a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
though.
But each week, like, so it alternates weeks, right? So each week, a guy or a girl has to go off. Like, they're gone. Then it's replaced by another divorcee, but not necessarily related to anybody in the house. So,
Yeah.
like, you vote off a guy this week. Next week, when the new show airs, you get a new guy, and then a girl gets voted off.
Right.
Now, I don't know where the fuck this is going.
I don't either.
Are we going to slowly just
Yeah,
keep
what's
having
the
new
point?
people in and it never
Yeah,
ends?
it just-
I'm down for it. It's a good show.
Golly.
Because you see people...
There's a lot of drama.
Yeah, you
Fucking
see people
crazy.
fucking... You're like, hold on, I thought he was in a hurt. Are they not going to rekindle it?
Yeah.
And then what if he gets voted off because now he's not interested in other people because
Right.
they might work it out?
Because if
Yeah.
they, yeah.
But then if he gets voted off, how the fuck are they going to work it out?
Right.
Oh,
It's a shit show, dude.
Yeah, see, that sounds like something I'll pass on.
This shit, it's like gasoline to me. Like,
I know he loves this
I
shit.
fucking
He
That
loves
toxic
this
dude,
shit.
it's fuel
Yeah,
to
big
me.
fan of it.
Yeah, like, I can't stand being around people, but I love watching people crumble from a distance.
Yeah.
That's great. That
You
is
know?
psychopath.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
So you know the show
Yes.
because you also like it, or you?
So I do watch some reality TV too, and I saw that one come on, the advertisement for it. Me and my girl were watching something, and
Yeah.
we saw it come on. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna watch that. I'm not entertaining any of that shit.
What's that say about me? dude?
Brother, that's what I'm saying.
It's fucking awesome though.
That's crazy. And the fact
See-
that you're so into it is
Dude,
what's
the
fucked
problem-
up. If you'd have
hey.
watched like 2 episodes and be like, okay, this just ain't it. It's too
Yeah.
much. Then I'd be like, okay, I get it.
You know what really hurts me though is like Temptation Island and The Big D both come out on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And Temptation Island, no, not
Dude. I mean, come on, brother.
brother.
Dude, this is insane.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
So we were in talks to have Mark Wahlberg, the host of Temptation Island, on the show.
Yeah.
But we have to do it through Skype, and we're dummies. So we're going to figure it out over time. But I have, like, my heart is, like, intertwined with Temptation Island.
Yeah.
But The Big D came out, and I'm finding myself wanting to watch it more than Temptation Island. And it has nothing to do with Mark. Mark crushes it. He's very
Damn.
therapeutic, and he's like, and then what are you feeling? And sometimes I'm like, let them feel. Let them feel their feelings. Dude, on Temptation Island, you literally, they'll get to see excerpts of, like, what happened last week. Like, their dude, like, say my name's Miranda. Maybe Brett was fucking some chick because they're... Do you know how Temptation Island works?
No.
Okay, so Temptation Island works like this. So, like, say 5 couples. It's probably 4, but say 5... Hold on, dude. 5 couples go onto an island, and they're separated. So all the guys are hanging out in a house full of, like, 20 hot single girls. Same thing with the girls. Like, your 5 single... Or your 5 in a relationship girls are surrounded by, like, 20... just big dick abs out of their ears have abs.
Yeah.
Just the greatest genetics you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like fucking Eric
And
Warner
steroids.
is on this show.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People like genetic freaks.
Yeah.
You're like, I can see his dick print right there, dude. And you can see their mouth water. Literally on the last episode. Yeah, it was on Temptation Island. Girl said, if the cameras weren't here, I would suck his dick. She said this
Direct
to...
quote.
I could pull it up right now.
I'm good. No, it's fine. No, you don't have to. I believe you.
No, yeah, but we're gonna do it while I'm talking. Like, and then so when the episode goes to end, they end it on the note of like the singles go back and have like a little one-on-one with Mark. So all of the singles, so whether it's all the girls or all the guys, are sitting there at what they call campfire. Mm-hmm. So Mark is like,
why is there always a fire involved in reality TV?
Because
there's always some kind
Sets
of
the mood.
fire.
It's like Survivor.
Yeah.
Like your fire indicates your life, right?
It's a ritual.
Yeah, there's some weird. There's the connection to fire there. I haven't. Yeah,
but
it's too much.
But they're on these campfires, and they get the highlights, or what you would call lowlights, of what has happened last week with these people.
Right.
So, like, it'll be
that
like
was definitely
dude,
made it.
yeah, no, that made it like super clear. I'm pretty sure it's on Peacock. The big see, and they already know. They know what I'm about. But it's not that. But you should also look into that. It's this Temptation Island.
I will not look into either of these.
God damn, dude. Buddy's got chompers. Look at his teeth.
Those aren't real.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen them before. Also, they're not gonna work. That right there, the girl that was licking her lips.
Oh, goodness.
That's the girl that was like, "Yo, I'll suck his dick if the camera was off." And they do the show. It got high production value. It looks like a movie. Look how gorgeous this island. That lady's a bitch, dude.
Okay, all right.
I'm just telling you. Like, you can tell right away.
But what are we doing now, though, in this podcast? Other than you just, you know
but
what I
I'm
mean?
just
What's
saying,
up?
like,
What
for
we doing?
sure, guys.
Okay.
If you're
Temptation?
fans of the show and you know,
Just fucking off the rails.
Yeah.
just watch Temptation Island and The Big D. It's both of them are so good. We got two haters over here, and that's fine.
Hey.
It's one of those things where it's like, if you didn't see it, you'd be fine not watching it. But because I saw one, I'm like,
You gotta
I
see what it's
get
about.
the craziness.
Yeah.
It's a fucking mess. I can't, like, I
What
look
does
at
D stand for in Big D?
divorce.
That adds up.
Wow.
I forgot. I honestly
Buddy would have been
forgot the
chewing
show
on that
for a second.
weeks. He would've been
I forgot
like,
what the show was about for a second.
It's also some innuendo for
I think they're
your ex-girl's about to get some big D on the show.
Very true. Very true.
it's a fucking problem.
Yeah. That's enough to make you go crazy.
What do you have any like guilty pleasures when it comes to watching something that you're like, maybe I shouldn't?
Watching something that maybe I shouldn't.
Like, or listening, like you're like, yo, I really fuck with Britney Spears.
Oh,
I don't, but like, is there something that you're
I
like,
mean, yeah. I mean, I'll listen to like fucking
bangers?
Taylor Swift while I'm working out
Really?
sometimes. Yeah.
Fuck with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Them old school Taylor Swift
yeah.
hitters.
Yeah.
Hit different, dude. Hit different.
I don't know. I never got into Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I feel like Nickelback is one of those for me.
Nickelback
it's
is
making kind of making a comeback in a way,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people are like laughing at the whole thing of it,
Yeah.
but like it's still one of those things. It's like you don't want to show. Like if you get in your car and the first thing that comes up is Rockstar, people are gonna be like, "What?
I was
the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
are
yeah,
you
yeah.
doing?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Never
we're like, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
You don't want people seeing that.
No, but I listen to R&B and stuff while I'm lifting, which isn't like most people's go-to, you know. Like, so yeah.
Respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Bro, Song of the Summer is gonna be that Tory Lane song.
Oh.
Hurt Me.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
one.
so good.
That's a good one.
Tell me, re-listen to that song and tell me it doesn't sound like The Weeknd and Drake are on that song.
Have I?
I sent it to you. I said Song of the Summer.
Oh,
I mean,
Remember.
did you watch The Idol with The
I don't
Weeknd?
fuck with Idol.
Dude, it's a weird show.
Is it?
That is the weird.
Oh, The Idol.
The
I thought
Idol
you
with
meant
The
American
Weeknd.
Idol. I was like, I don't fuck with that.
No,
What is it?
bro. It is like the.
Is it scripted?
Yeah, I mean it's a made up show, but
Oh,
it's
word,
The
word.
Weeknd is basically like this con man wannabe music producer, and sneaks his way into like a Britney Spears-ish type chick's house, and then brings all of his little cult people with him, and it's like one of the creepiest shows I've watched. Yeah, it's a good show, I think, because it makes me feel so fucking weird watching it. But I
That,
yeah.
What do you think about You?
I haven't watched You, to be honest with you.
Pretty fucking.
Yeah.
Did you?
he was good. Yeah, I don't think I did the third season. I got through the second and started the third.
So you're
Think-
not to the family and baby thing?
Giving away spoilers over here.
Yeah, I mean, I was it.
Oh, guilty pleasure though. Hey, that last Magic Mike film. I could
Really?
I could watch that
Did it
multiple
for you, huh?
times, dude. I could watch that multiple
I've never
times.
seen one of them.
Dude, I've
It's
honestly.
just a male strip club, yeah?
No, it's different. The last one anyway is different.
I feel that way about.
And y'all making fun of me for the big date. Come on.
I feel that way about Outer Banks, dude.
Okay.
Outer Banks
Okay.
to me is.
I hear that a lot. What is
dude.
that?
It's like a high school drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
very
South Florida.
drama and too much like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But it is. I
Yeah.
fucking love that show.
You might relate to this because it's like an older show, and I think I've brought it up to you, but you don't remember this. But MTV used to have this show, and it was about high schoolers' last pranks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it would be like them sitting down with the camera, giving their interview of like, yo, this is how it happened. And MTV spent the money to reenact it in actual high schools.
Oh.
And it was so fucking good, dude.
Sounds like.
I remember I would come home from, I think it was high school. I'd have a bologna and cheese sandwich. Maybe several of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I would sit down,
Addiction.
and that would be my guilty pleasure because it'd be the same time as you could make the sandwiches and get to the TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, it was fucking awesome, dude. They don't make it like that anymore.
A show that that was so for me back in like middle school. It was like Dawson's Creek and then Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven, yes. I never saw Dawson's Creek like that live.
Yeah, yeah.
But Seventh Heaven, I
Yeah.
was like, wow, we're a bunch of sinners. Like, we're fucked up.
That show makes you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
Sinners.
You're like, dude, my parents suck.
Yeah.
There's some really goody two shoes. They like really took, and they're rich. I mean, the house is nice.
Yeah,
Or
that's
fucking Growing Pains.
Yeah.
Growing Pains.
Who was that?
Michael Seaver
Yep.
and fucking other people.
Got it.
I just
Nailed it.
remember he like went on to do the movie Left Behind, which was like a huge Christian movie, and then there was like multiples after that. But like that was like the what's the big thing when everybody goes away?
College.
No, like when your body just disappears in Christianity.
Oh, the Rapture.
The rapture.
Yeah.
So it was like Left Behind was like the rapture happened, and
Yep.
then, like there was just clothes left on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking like, so we're just showing up in heaven naked? Is that what's happening?
I mean, it sounds like
Yeah, I mean,
a heavenly place.
Yeah.
Birthday suit ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you looking up?
I was looking at Growing Pains to see
Oh.
who was in it. Because I remember hearing that and
Yeah.
seeing, like, thinking there was somebody pretty big in it.
Or fucking Tim the Toolman Taylor, what was that?
Oh,
Home
Home
Improvement.
Improvement. Yeah. That
Home
was a good
Improvement
one.
was such a fucking banger.
That was
dude.
a good one.
And then the heartthrobs, those boys were like heartthrobs for like ever. And then
Full House?
the
Dude.
middle boy was like one of the love interests on Boy Meets World, which you never saw.
Oh, yeah. I
Right?
know what you're talking about. Sean. Was it
Yeah, Sean Taylor Thomas or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I remember my sister being like freaking out about
Topanga.
Topanga,
Topanga, bro.
Now is it look? Do you go Topanga or do you go? What was the fucking girl from Saved by the Bell?
I go her.
Yes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I've heard this debate before, but Topanga weighs heavy on a lot of people's debate. But I'm just like, she's.
Is it
Hey,
Kelly?
we're not gonna get into this. Fucking
It's going to get deep.
dodge the bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like, Even Stevens was a fucking banger.
Oh, yeah.
Smart
Oh,
guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All that shit, dude.
We had the best TV shows back in
Yeah.
the day. We did. Not the kid.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I caught the tail.
32.
You're 32?
Yes, sir.
Me too.
I caught the tail end of some of that stuff. Like I remember watching Even Stevens and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
like even old like Ned's Declassified stuff. Like even those
I didn't
were
get
fucking
that.
hitters.
See, I was like, what was the Jackson kid? Street Jackson or something like that?
Percy Jackson?
No. This dude
lightning
wore like
thief?
Yeah.
like not holographic, but like a silver jacket,
I don't know.
black glasses. He was a black kid, but it was like something Jackson.
I don't know.
Fucking-
Jackson. I don't know.
And then there was like the Xenon Girl of the 21st Century.
Yes. Yes.
That shit
yes.
was a fucking banger.
Yep. Yep.
Smart House.
Yep. What was the one with Steve Urkel? Remember
Family
that one?
Matters.
Family Matters,
Yeah,
yeah.
that shit was a fucking banger.
Yeah. Different Strokes was.
I know you're looking it up, right?
I'm trying to find it.
Jackson, old.
And then we had Nick at Night, which was like, Happy Days and all
Yeah.
of the Brady Bunch and all that stuff too. So we got to watch that stuff. But yeah, I I mean, the shows were just better. Gargoyle, Street Sharks. You remember that?
Dude, Gargoyle. I had an old Street Sharks thing before I even knew what the cartoon was.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking badass.
Yep.
And then it really reminded me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was like similar to like that vibe.
Very much so, yeah.
Thundercats.
Yep, Thundercats.
Yeah.
There's Transformers, but there was also, is it Digimon?
Digimon,
Yeah, bro.
digital monsters.
Yep. Digimon.
Dude. That Zoids, do you remember
Yes,
Zoids? Dude,
yes.
I had Zoids.
Yes.
I had the fucking little mechanical lions and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, we lived a great lifestyle. Do you remember Darkwing Duck?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Or
yeah.
DuckTales?
Yes, DuckTales all day.
Or what was the one? It wasn't DuckTales, but it was the Flying Bears.
Flying Bears.
It wasn't called the Flying Bears, but it was like a big blue bear, and he flew around in a plane, and he had the little guy.
I don't know this one.
What the fuck was that called? That's going to be a hard Google.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say there.
Yep. But
We
Rocket
could throw it in the
Power,
Google
Rocket
machine.
Power is my number one after Gargoyles and Street Sharks. That when that show came out,
Rocco.
dude.
There was some fucking bangers back in the day.
There were,
dude.
man.
Ed, and Eddie was like my number one
Yep.
Cartoon Network show.
Angry Beavers, Cat Dog. Yeah, dude.
I feel like those set the tone for SpongeBob, like because like I felt like they had a little bit of spicier tone sometimes
For sure.
because they could be aggressive.
Mm-hmm. They could be.
They're literally angry beavers.
Yep. Great show though.
Yeah. I don't know what
Tailspin?
Tailspin.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I fucking love Tailspin, dude. Not enough to know the name, but
Yeah.
Yikes.
yeah.
Details.
Damn, dude. Well, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here, or shout out?
Shout out 10th Planet Atlanta. Shout out all the Kazushi Club members. Our network. If you know anybody that's doing anything in it, help support them. Take your business inside your network. Help it grow.
Hell yeah, though.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Good shit.
Well, before we get out of here, we're going to shout out some sponsors, one of them being Kazushi Club Pensacola.
Very
Nice.
true.
If you want to train with some absolute fucking killers with like a world-class atmosphere, welcoming, they want to teach you, they will take care of you if you know something or do not know something. They're down to go over techniques. That is going to be Kazushi Club Pensacola off of... that's still Cervantes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cervantes, it like curves. It's right next to a Domino's, like right across from Running Wild downtown.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing room, full of killers. Derek Overby runs the gym. You got Dakota. What the fuck is Dakota's last name? Big D.
Big. Yeah. That I do.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably
Mangrum.
Big D.
Mangrum?
Never heard of that. Probably.
I might be fucking it up.
Merritt? No, Dakota Merritt's a different guy. I don't know. Dakota runs Tuesday nights classes right before jiu-jitsu takes over. He goes over judo, wrestling techniques, a lot of takedowns. But other than that, Derek pretty much runs it exclusively. There's open mat on Saturdays. It's welcome to everyone. It's free. But an amazing gym. What was it?
Yeah. I can't find it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Amazing gym. Absolutely come out. Try it out. We'll be there at open mat. And by we, I mean me and the dog inside me because this bitch isn't going to be there. Also, if you are in Pensacola and you want to get tattooed, maybe the Kazushi Club logo on you because you've earned it. Because that's not just something you can just willy-nilly do whatever with. Johnny Mumbles at Sacred Grounds Tattoo Studio. That is the place to go. That is the guy to see. There's other artists there. Sean Fury is one of them. They all do amazing artwork. They all are super personable, easy to talk to, down to give you a dope-ass idea, design. They have custom work. They do commissions. You want to do like a t-shirt design or a business logo or something. I'm sure if you talk to them, they can figure that out with you. Also talking to Johnny about getting me like a design, some sort of thing set up for the marathons,
Oh, cool.
like shirt-wise.
Hell yeah.
I want it to be like our logo, their logo, Kazushi Club, like all the
Yeah.
sponsors, and it'd be like
a sponsored thing.
I'm running for the people.
Yeah,
I love
for the
that.
homies.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's good shit, though.
But go see him. It'd be dope to get him to, like, one day when I earn the Kazusha Club thing, it'd be cool to get that tattooed by him.
Yeah.
Be sick as fuck.
That'd be sick. Fuck yeah. And if you guys are not in Pensacola and you're over in Foley, Panacea Martial Arts, which is Tony Rayborn's school over there, amazing gym, huge growing gym, which is awesome. They do a lot of family-centered stuff, which is great. So if you have a youngin that's kind of interested in martial arts, or you have somebody you want to throw in there, definitely check them out over there in Foley, Panacea Martial Arts. Wednesday nights, Rich
Shimoleski
does the no-gi classes on Wednesday nights, and he also runs and owns a Lifestyle Experiment. So a Lifestyle Experiment is a no-gi gear company, basically, and he'll be there Wednesday nights. He's there all the time anyway, but they have top quality gear that we use all the time for training. If you're interested in taking a look at any of that stuff, they have a website, alefl.com, and an Instagram of @alifestyleexperiment. So definitely check them out. Sign up for the email stuff, the subscription type letter, so you know when all the drops are coming. They do no-gi shorts, rash guards. They're working on gi stuff now too, so keep an eye out for some of that. And yeah, that's about it.
Absolutely.
So hell yeah.
Yeah, we want to thank you again for coming in.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
dude, you give off the vibe that I thought you would,
Yeah.
and you sound exactly how I thought you would.
Really?
Yeah. Like, for sure, I knew as soon as I touched you, I was like, oh, this boy is built. And I knew you would be, but I had a weird suspicion. I was like, maybe he won't be as cool as I think he is, but knocked it out of the park.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out, man.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
Good
you
shit.
guys. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee, 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 yee.